Exposing the darkest corners of human depravity, we delve into a story that is both heartbreaking and horrifying. At just 14 years old, a young girl's life was torn apart by the very person meant to protect her. Her own father, the man who should have been her shield, became her worst nightmare. This is not just a story, it's a living nightmare, a reality that no child should ever have to face. She grew up in a seemingly normal household where everything appeared perfect on the surface. Family dinners, laughter, and playtime filled her days. But behind closed doors, horror awaited. The facade of normalcy hid a sinister secret. Her father, the man she trusted, the man who was supposed to be her guardian, betrayed her in the most unimaginable way. One night, everything changed. The man who should have been her protector became her predator. He took advantage of her innocence, shattering her sense of safety and trust. In that moment, her childhood was shattered. The innocence of her youth was replaced with a haunting trauma. But the nightmare didn't end there. The repercussions of that night would haunt her for the rest of her life. Weeks later, she discovered she was pregnant. The realization hit her like a tidal wave, overwhelming her with emotions. A whirlwind of emotions engulfed her. Fear, shame, confusion. She was just a child now carrying a child. She was just a child carrying a child. The weight of this reality was almost too much to bear. As if this wasn't cruel enough, another dark truth emerged. During a routine medical checkup, she received devastating news. She tested positive for HIV/AIDS. The virus, a cruel reminder of her father's betrayal, now coursed through her veins. Her father, her own flesh and blood, had not only violated her, but also condemned her to a life of medical battles and stigma. The diagnosis meant a lifetime of medication, doctor visits, and the constant fear of her condition being discovered. This is a story of pain, of betrayal, and of unimaginable horror. A story that no one should ever have to live through. But it's also a story that needs to be told, because in the shadows, there are others suffering in silence, too afraid to speak out. By sharing this story, we shed light on their plight. We give a voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. And by sharing this, we shed light on their plight. We must bring these dark truths into the light so that healing can begin. No one should have to endure such trauma, especially not from those they trust the most. Trust should be a sanctuary, not a weapon. Let's stand together, raise awareness, and ensure no more lives are destroyed by such heinous acts. We must be the change we wish to see. Together, we can break the chains of silence and shame. We can offer support, love, and understanding to those in need. If you or someone you know is in a similar situation, seek help. Speak out. You are not alone. There is a community ready to support you, to stand by you, and to help you heal.